Sergey Viktorovich Lavrov, born on March 21, 1950 in Moscow, stands as one of the most enduring and enigmatic figures in contemporary diplomacy. As Russia's foreign minister since 2004, Lavrov has been a defining voice of Russian foreign policy during one of the most transformative and contentious periods in global geopolitics. His life and career are marked by a blend of sharp intellect, calculated pragmatism, and unflinching loyalty to the Kremlin, earning him both admiration and criticism worldwide. Lavrov's roots are as complex as the global issues he has spent a lifetime navigating. His father, Viktor Kalantarian, was of Armenian descent from Tbilisi, Georgia, while his mother, Maria Lavrova, was a Russian from Noginsk. This mixed heritage has been the subject of speculation, especially in a country where ethnicity has long played a significant role in societal perceptions. Lavrov adopted his mother's surname, possibly as a strategic move to align more seamlessly with the predominantly Slavic identity of Soviet society. Lavrov's journey into the world of diplomacy began at the prestigious Moscow State Institute of International Relations, MGIMO, where he enrolled in 2008-1967. MGIMO was known as the breeding ground for the Soviet Union's top diplomats, and Lavrov excelled in his studies, specializing in international relations. He demonstrated a natural aptitude for languages, becoming fluent in English and French, and even learning Sinhalese, a skill that would prove invaluable in his first diplomatic posting. Upon graduating in 1972, Lavrov was assigned to the Soviet embassy in Colombo, Sri Lanka. His time in Sri Lanka was formative, not only professionally, but personally. Immersing himself in the local culture, Lavrov co-authored a Sinhalese Russian dictionary, a testament to his dedication to bridging linguistic and cultural gaps. Colleagues from this period remember him as a disciplined and affable diplomat, always eager to learn and adapt. This early experience in a non-European context gave him a broader perspective on global affairs, shaping his approach to diplomacy in later years. In the decades that followed, Lavrov steadily rose through the ranks of the Soviet and later Russian diplomatic corps. During the 1980s, he held various positions within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, focusing on UN-related issues and international organizations. His ability to navigate the intricate corridors of diplomacy caught the attention of senior officials, culminating in his appointment as Russia's permanent representative to the United Nations in 1994. Lavrov's tenure at the UN was marked by a combination of wit, charm, and a fierce defense of Russian interests. He quickly earned a reputation as a skilled negotiator, capable of maneuvering through the complex dynamics of the Security Council. His sharp humor often disarmed adversaries during tense discussions. In one memorable instance, amidst a heated debate, Lavrov quipped, "Diplomacy is the art of letting someone else have your way." This blend of humor and strategic thinking made him a formidable presence in international diplomacy. In 2004, Vladimir Putin appointed Lavrov as Russia's foreign minister, a role he has held for nearly 2 decades, a tenure that underscores his resilience and adaptability. As foreign minister, Lavrov has become the face of Russia's foreign policy, navigating a rapidly changing global landscape. His approach has been characterized by a staunch defense of Russian sovereignty and interests, often in direct opposition to Western powers. One of the defining aspects of Lavrov's tenure has been his handling of NATO expansion and its perceived encroachment on Russian spheres of influence. He has consistently framed NATO's actions as a threat to global stability, accusing the alliance of undermining Russian security. This narrative has been central to Russia's foreign policy under Putin and has been used to justify actions such as the annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The Ukraine crisis, in particular, has thrust Lavrov into the global spotlight. His framing of the conflict as a defensive measure against Western aggression has been polarizing. Lavrov has argued that NATO's support for Ukraine is part of a broader strategy to weaken Russia, a claim echoed by Russian state media. Critics in the West see him as a propagandist for an aggressive regime, while supporters within Russia view him as a defender of national interests. Lavrov's personal life has not been without intrigue. He is married to Maria Lavrova, a woman who has stayed largely out of the public eye, reflecting the reserved and discreet approach Lavrov often applies to his personal affairs. Their daughter, Ekaterina Lavrova, similarly avoids the spotlight, though reports suggest she has spent much of her adult life abroad, particularly in London, where she attended prestigious schools and built a private life away from her father's high-profile career. However, it is Lavrov's close relationship with Svetlana Polyakova that has fueled speculation and controversy. Polyakova, often described in diplomatic circles as Lavrov's de facto wife, is known for her opulent lifestyle, raising eyebrows both within and outside of Russia. Public records indicate she owns multiple luxury properties in Moscow and London, and her collection of high-end cars is frequently referenced in media reports. Her frequent travel with Lavrov on official trips, sometimes accompanied by family members, has led to scrutiny over her informal yet seemingly significant role in Lavrov's inner circle. This dynamic has prompted questions about the sources of her wealth and whether her proximity to Lavrov has afforded her undue privileges. Adding to the intrigue, investigative reports suggest that Polyakova wields considerable influence behind the scenes, though the exact nature and extent of this influence remain unclear. Critics have pointed out the lack of transparency surrounding her relationship with Lavrov, particularly given her access to high-level diplomatic events and foreign leaders. These revelations have fueled allegations of potential conflicts of interest, with some Western media portraying her as a symbol of the opaque nexus between power and privilege in Russia. Beyond his political and personal life, Lavrov's sharp wit and biting sarcasm have become almost as famous as his diplomatic maneuvers. During tense meetings, he is known for his caustic remarks that often leave his opponents flustered. The infamous incident at a Saudi-hosted meeting, where he muttered "f***ing morons" in English, quickly went viral and became a subject of global headlines. While some viewed this as a rare, candid glimpse into his frustrations, others saw it as emblematic of his combative approach to diplomacy. These moments of bluntness have only added to his enigmatic persona, making him both feared and respected in international circles. Lavrov's legacy is a complex one. To his admirers, he is a master tactician who has safeguarded Russia's place on the world stage amidst relentless challenges. His ability to articulate Russia's stance with precision and defend it with unwavering conviction has earned him the admiration of many within the country and among Russia's allies. To his detractors, however, he represents the face of a foreign policy often characterized as aggressive, authoritarian, and resistant to global norms. As of today, Lavrov continues to navigate Russia's foreign policy in an increasingly divided world. His speeches often emphasize a multipolar global order, a vision that challenges the dominance of Western-led institutions. He frequently accuses NATO and Western powers of hypocrisy and destabilization, arguing that Russia's actions are a defense against encroachment and a response to historical grievances. In this evolving geopolitical landscape, Lavrov remains a towering figure, unyielding in his mission to shape global narratives in favor of Russian sovereignty. Whether viewed as a defender of Russian interests or a symbol of its contentious foreign policy, Sergey Lavrov's career reflects the intricate and often polarizing realities of international relations. His story, much like the policies he champions, is one of complexity, strategy, and unyielding conviction, a reflection of the larger forces shaping our world today.